Hello, my name is Amy Esposito, and today I will be talking to you about the generalizations in northeastern Pennsylvania. Racism, religion, and poverty are three factors that I have been encountered with in Pennsylvania. What really goes on in northeastern PA, and what created some of these factors? Is Philadelphia and other places racist? There's 37% white, 42 black, 12% Latino, 6% Asian, and 3% of other in Philadelphia. Supermarkets offer ethnically stereotypical foods to certain areas, and I have encountered this at my own job, which is at Wise Markets on West 3rd. We have a lot of chitterlings, pig's feet, chicken feet, turkey gizzards, and all this other stuff that pertains to a main group. And during food stamp day, we mark down the prices, and I think that's kind of racist, dumbing prices down for certain foods for certain people. A little factor that I know about is in Italy, the only way you can talk about cream cheese is by calling it Philadelphia, and I've learned that through Cake Boss, which you can find on TLC. And also, according to bestplaces.net, Little Philly is another name for Williamsport because of how many people come to Williamsport from Philadelphia. There has been a case at the Williamsport Hospital that I know about. My mom's friend, when she gave birth to my friend Erica, she asked the doctor to test her for sickle cell. And sickle cell can be found in Africans, Hispanic of Caribbean ancestry, Middle Eastern, Indian, Latin American, Native American, and Mediterranean. And because Erica's mom is white and her father is biracial, she does have part of that African descent, but because the doctor said she's too white and he refused to check her for sickle cell. There's race in my own family. My mother's from Germany, my brother's Puerto Rican, my sister's Scottish, and I believe I'm Irish, but my dad had a closed adoption, so I don't know too much. People often wonder how was my brother born in Germany who is Puerto Rican. Well, my mother got remarried 3 times, and all to men that were stationed from the US to Germany during the Gulf War. So my mother has been with other races because of the US. My brother and sister have the same last name because of my mom's second marriage. And people also wonder if my siblings are the one from Germany, how come I'm the only one that speaks German? It's because they were brought over to America when they were ages 4 and 5, so they really never had a chance to speak German and, continue to speak it and learn some more. And they moved away from my mom at a young age. So I was the only one living with my mom throughout my childhood, so I obviously learned more German. And because of all of the races in my family, we've given each other nicknames. My brother's known as the Spick. My sister was a bleach blonde when she was younger, but she's still kind of ditzy, so we call her the Blonde. Me and my son are known as the Gingers. My brother, he was like, oh no, not another ginger when I had my son. And my mom's the crazy Nazi lady. She's the one in the yellow, but my friend's exaggerating. Religion. There are many churches on almost every corner of Williamsport and other places in the area, and there is a population of 80% of this religion. The Muslims, on the other hand, there are a few around here, but the only place they can practice their religion, according to IslamicFinder.org, is the Williamsport Islamic Center on Locust Street. And there's also the Pennsylvania Dutch. Christianity and Muslim is very much alike, although they have a lot of differences towards each other. They both go through a book, the Quran or the Bible. There's a church and the mosque. There's God and Allah. There's fasting and holidays. And some of them don't eat pork from both religions. Yet, I have encountered a situation at my job. 2 people came through my line. One was a Muslim, the other was a nun. And a lot of people believe, oh, Muslims are the worst because of the 9/11. But the Muslim in my line, she was very sweet. And the nun, I never realized a nun like this. She gave nasty looks and rolled her eyes, and she was just really rude towards the Muslim just because they're so strong in their religions. Pennsylvania Dutch, on the other hand, they are of German descent, but they don't speak German. They speak Dutch, which is from the Netherlands. So, like, let's say some people say yins, some people say y'all. That's kind of like Germans and Dutch. They can only speak a little bit towards each other, but they don't really know what they're saying in a full conversation. When you are a child, you only learn to speak Dutch until you go into school around age 5. This is part of power and control for the parents so that the child does not get pulled into something that is not of their religion. So they have control because they don't know any English. When they do go to school, they have a co ed class, and it's one class, old fashioned, in a home, and they continue on in this school throughout all the years, every age in one class until they are 15 years of age, which is the same as in Europe. You graduate when you're 15. You can go on for an apprenticeship. And when you hit age 16, this is a period of adolescence where you go through a Rumspringa, which means running around. It's a time period when the teenagers get to be like us English people and drink and do drugs and party and even watch TV. If they choose to continue on with this, they will be shunned from the church and from their family for the rest of their lives. And you can also do it the other way around. The English can become Amish, but it's a lot harder. Like with you have to learn how to speak it and everything. There's poverty in Pennsylvania. Since 2009, according to citydata.com, Northeastern is at 26.1 in poverty, and the whole state is 16.4. So we are very poor. We use resources such as the Department of Public Welfare, their SNAP benefits or food stamps, LIHEAP, which helps with paying bills for heat and electricity, the Select Plan, which is a health insurance for women with birth control, WIC, which is women, infants, and children. It basically helps um, pregnant women and mother feeding and well, anyways, it's for mothers who are pregnant, nursing, infants, and children under the age of 5 who are in poverty and need food. So they receive WIC checks in order to obtain that food. There's also SSI and SSD, which is for mental and physical impairments. You can receive over $700 a month to pay for your medical expenses. And my grandparents used to own a few places around here, such as the Steam Valley Restaurant, and I didn't know until a few other ones until my grandfather's eulogy. And I asked my dad, how did Grandpa, you know, own a lot of businesses without going to college? And my father said, well, you don't need to have a certificate to prove your general knowledge. You just have to know what to do and go for it. In conclusion, generalizations in northeastern Pennsylvania, we have gone over the racism, religion, and poverty. I hope you've learned something from my own experience, or from my experience, maybe you'll learn something when you encounter a situation in the future. Thank you for your time, and you have a good day.